Hi, this is Robert with Skinny Trails. Who wants diarrhea? Nobody wants diarrhea. That's why we're going to get a filter. And I'm here to talk about the Sawyer Mini, a new version of filter in my filter repertoire. I don't know what that means, so I probably shouldn't use it. I had a different filter previously, but it was a little heavier, a little different technology. And so I figured I'd try this, and I was real happy with it, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. So basically you can purchase it like this in a single pack. They also come in doubles and packs of 4. But this one I purchased came in a single pack. And it comes with the filter, the plunger. The plunger is used to actually back flush the filter to keep it clean. The squeeze pouch that you fill up with the unfiltered water and squeeze it through the filter. And then it comes with a straw that you can attach to it and actually drink from a water source with it if you choose to do that. Sawyer, they say that it's ideal for outdoor recreation, hiking, camping, scouting, domestic and international travel, and emergency preparedness. And in most cases, when I do these reviews and I read something like that off their website, I don't necessarily buy all of it. This one, I think, yeah, that's pretty accurate. I think for all those, it would that's a good representation of what this filter's for. Also, because of that, you may choose to purchase several of these. Have one in your car, have one, I've got one at work, just in case we have a situation at work, I'll be prepared. And so you can use it for multiple situations. One of the things I like about it, it's very compact, small enough to fit in your hand, very, very light. The cost, it runs anywhere right now at the time of this filming from $19.99 to $24.99. Then if you buy packs, the multi-packs, they tend to save you a little. The filters, they come in various colors. It's not just a stylistic thing. I'm sure some people would prefer a particular color, but also if you're going to be traveling with multiple people that have the same type of filter, if you want to keep your stuff separate, then you can buy different ones to kind of keep things organized. The Sawyer Mini compared to the Sawyer Squeeze, there is a little bit of a difference. Some people would say a big difference. The Sawyer Mini is going to weigh less. It's obviously smaller, if you've ever seen the Sawyer Squeeze. It's not that much smaller, but it's probably about half the size as far as width, about the same length. But the Sawyer Mini is going to be a lot slower and also requires more back flushing. And also, over the life of the filter, you're going to get a lot more out of the Sawyer Squeeze than you are out of the Sawyer Mini, but the Sawyer Mini is going to provide you with 100,000 gallons of water if you take care of it properly. So that's quite a bit of life out of this little filter. So, but again, the Sawyer Squeeze, it's going to give you a little bit more. It costs about twice as much, but for the amount that you're getting out of both these, double the cost for the Sawyer Squeeze, you're going to get a faster filter, not much more space taken up in your pack. So it's kind of weighing the difference. I do like to, when I am resupplying with water, it's kind of a chance for me to sit by a lake and kind of relax for a minute. I can usually, if I'm filling up 4 of these bottles, I can do that in 20 minutes or so, pretty easily. And so I don't mind the extra time that it takes me. One of the important things about the threads on these, the threads, they fit most disposable water bottles and pop bottles. Like the one of the more common ones used on a lot of backpacking trips is the Smart Water. Those threads fit perfectly on this. It also fits the Sawyer products, obviously. and the Evernew. A lot of their pouches will also fit it. But the platypus pouches, they do not fit it perfectly and they will leak. If you read reviews, you'll hear people talking about, yeah, they don't leak very much, or as long as you baby them a little bit and screw it on softly and all that. I don't think that's worth it, because if this does leak, if you're using this for the unfiltered water, if you're using platypus and you're screwing it on to the Mini and it's leaking, it's going to most likely leak down into your clean water and contaminate your clean water. So if you do have platypus pouches, or if you're going to purchase them, a lot of people like them. They say they like the fact that they're very durable. That's fine, but just I would recommend using them not for your unfiltered water, but for the filtered water that you're going to be storing it in, because that's not an issue. The issue is it leaking when it's actually connected with the filter while you're actually filtering the unfiltered water out of the pouch. So again, basically, if you're going to use anything that's not going to have a secure connection and it's going to leak a little bit, you don't want to have it on the side that's got your contaminated water in it. And so the Sawyer, it's a very versatile filter. One thing you can do is you can attach it to one of the pouches, and then you could drink it directly out of the filter from that pouch, or you could filter it in to another container from the pouch. You can also use a disposable bottle. If you're going to do that, you'll want to mark it dirty or unfiltered or something like that, so you're definitely going to know that this has contaminated water in it, so you don't cross-contaminate everything. And then you just attach to it. You can drink directly from it. The nice thing about this, it is kind of easy to dip this down. If you have a body of water that has 4 to 6 inches, it's very easy to hold and dip it down into the water and screw it on. Little trickier with the pouches, but it can be done pretty easily also. But you can either do that, squeeze it into another bottle, or just do it like that and drink directly from that. You can also, it comes with this straw, and the straw you basically would just connect to the filter, and then you can drink it by just dipping it directly in the water source and drinking it out of the straw, paying attention to which direction the arrow is going so you're drinking it from the right direction. Because oddly enough, you could stick it on this end, and then you'd be drinking all the trapped contaminants that are in there. So just make sure if you do use it this way, you're always paying attention to which direction the arrow is going. And also, if you've got a like a Camelback or some type of hydration reservoir bladder, you can do a couple things. You can either attach this in line so that the arrow is facing towards what you're drinking out of. So if you were to fill it with the bladder with dirty unfiltered water, and now you're sucking it out through the filter and getting clean water out. Another option is you can just fill whatever pouch or bottle or whatever you've got, and then just squeeze that directly into the water bladder like you would normally fill it. Or they make a quick connect that you splice in, and you just connect it here so you can pop the mouthpiece off and pop the filter onto it, and then you can just filter directly into the pouch with clean water, and you don't have to worry about taking the pouch out or trying to fill through here and dripping into your backpack. So it just makes it a lot easier with that device, and it's fairly inexpensive. It is sold separately, but it doesn't cost a lot, and it does make it really convenient. According to Sawyer, each filter has a hollow fiber membrane media certified for absolute microns, meaning that there will be no pore size larger than 0.1 microns. And all substances larger than 0.1 microns will be trapped in the filter. That's what makes this filter so great, is it'll trap it in the filter and then allow you to back flush it out of the filter. And so you can do that over and over and over and over. And anything that is larger than 0.1 microns is going to get trapped in here. It removes 99.99999% of all bacteria such as Salmonella and E. coli, and removes 99.9999% of all protozoa such as Giardia and Cryptosporidium. This is different than a filter that uses an absorbent media such as charcoal, which absorbs some of the substances. The absorbent medias permanently trap substances, requiring that the filter be replaced once they've reached their absorption capacity, unlike this, which basically can just be back flushed over and over. Charcoal, you can't do that. Once it's done, and it's not effective anymore once it's reached its absorption capacity. The Sawyer Mini does not filter out substances which are dissolved in the water, like metals, salts, sugars, tannins, and chemicals including road pollutions. The Sawyer Mini does not filter out viruses. Viruses in most cases are going to be a lot smaller, so they are going to get past that 0.1 micron pore size. Yeah, in most cases the Sawyer Mini, it's going to be a great option for your filtration needs if you're backpacking or doing anything in the outdoors. If you do intend or are preparing for a situation where dissolved substances or viruses may be an issue, then you'll want to take other things into consideration. You might want to look into desalinization, distillation like solar still, boiling, charcoal filtration, treatment with drops or tablets, or a combination. You can do things like run this type of filter along with a charcoal filter, and so that might be an option. But you can look into other things if you do see that it is going to be an issue for what you're going to be doing. Most backpacking needs, you're not going to need that. This is going to work just fine. It's rated for up to 100,000 gallons of water. Taken care of properly, it'll filter quite a bit of water. To take care of it properly, you'll want to back flush it and sanitize it after each outing. To sanitize it, Sawyer recommends backwashing the filter with a standard fragrance-free bleach solution consisting of no more than 1 cap of bleach per quart of water, and then let it air dry in a cool, dry place before using it again. Some other purchasing options, like I said, this one's a single pack, but you can also get a double or a quad pack, and they've probably got some other options. The 4-pack is $79.99, or at least is at the time of filming. Also, one thing that I got, which I thought came in real handy, the 16-ounce pouch that comes with it, it works, but it feels a little small. And to fill up something like this, well, you're going to fill this up and then screw on the filter, squeeze it into there, and then you're going to take it off. You're going to do that multiple times, probably like 4 or 5. With this, you can most likely do it just once with this. And this one's a lot easier to fill up, whereas you may not get the full 64 ounces of water in this when you're trying dipping it into a stream. This one here, you're definitely not going to get the full 16 ounces, so you may only be getting like 8 ounces, and it's even kind of a little bit of a pain to do that, but it'll work. But this one here is much better, doesn't take up much more space, and for a pack of 2 at the time of filming was $8.98. So I think that's well worth the price. And also I had mentioned how you could detach this mouthpiece and with a fast fill adapter, and basically allows you just to snap the filter on, fill up the bladder with clean water, and then you pop the filter off and pop this back on. Just makes it nice and clean. You don't have to worry about taking the bladder out or anything like that. And that's only $7.99 on Amazon. For that amount of money, it really saves a lot of hassle. You can also get a Platypus Gravity Works Carbon Element. At the time of filming, $19. It's not much. It's about half the size of this, and you can run it in tandem with this. And so if you see that's a need, or if you just see you're in an area where you're going to have kind of stagnant water that's kind of has a just kind of a stagnant, grassy taste to it, if you haven't acquired a taste for that, then you might purchase one of those, and that tends to take most of that out of there. If you found this at all helpful, we also have another video, Sawyer Mini filter field demo, where we actually go out into the field, and at one of the creeks around here we use the filter in all the different ways that you saw that it could be used, and I think it does a good job very quickly showing you how easy it is to use. If you do have any concern whether you'd be able to use it out in the field, this will leave you feeling very confident. And also, if you enjoyed it, please subscribe, share with a friend, and have fun and be safe.